Hi guys, German Prepper here. Today I have for you intel coming from the highest levels of government and the armed forces of the United Kingdom and Germany that leaves no doubt about the calamitous escalation in conflict that is being actively pursued here in Europe. Sit back and listen carefully guys, and then get ready to prep like your life depends on it, for it might very well. Here is your latest update. In breaking news, a Russian Federation Su-27 has reportedly shot down a United States drone over the Black Sea close to Crimea. US Air Force Major General James Haker made this statement. Our MQ-9 aircraft was conducting routine operations in international airspace when it was intercepted and hit by a Russian aircraft, causing it to crash. A dramatic clash there guys, but the Russian Federation is denying touching the drone, which was apparently flying without transponders on, and they say crashed through American mishandling. Both sides claim to have video evidence of their take on events. The Russian Federation Navy has reportedly already collected the wreckage of the MQ-9 Reaper, so it may be fair to say it was a little closer to Crimea than the US cares to admit. Tobias Ellwood, head of the United Kingdom's House of Commons Defence Select Committee, has made this dire statement in an interview with Sky News. We are now at war in Europe. We have to go on a war footing. We are participating in it. We have mobilized our procurement processes. We are giving equipment to Ukraine. We need to deal with Russia directly instead of letting Ukraine do all the work. So guys, in case you thought you misheard that, the British Member of Parliament admits Britain is participating in the Ukraine war and is incredibly calling for a direct conflict with the Russian Federation rather than leaving all the fighting to Ukraine. I am reminded that we covered the German Foreign Minister making a similar call to arms only a few weeks ago. To those who might argue this is a case of Ellwood misspeaking, know that he has been flooding British media with other such alarming comments. Ellwood, speaking on Tonight with Andrew Marr, made this series of eye-opening statements. We're on the foothills of a new Cold War, and Britain needs to ask itself what role are we going to play in rallying the international community to stand up to the geopolitical challenges that's going to make this next decade very, very bumpy indeed. Ellwood went further. I stress we're now entering a new era of security, so we need to upgrade our defence policy. Our economy and our security are now one and the same thing. If you don't defend our security, it affects our economy, so there'll be less money in the pot for all these other government departments. In other words, guys, he is stating very clearly that Britain now must have a war-focused economy. Ellwood released this further statement. To be a credible force, the UK needs to ensure that it has the capabilities it needs, which means making sure that we have sufficient personnel, weapons, ammunition and equipment. We are concerned that it is taking so long to replenish UK stockpiles. Both government and industry need to act. The integrated review refresh and the budget need to show that the government understands the importance of UK defence in an increasingly dangerous world. Well guys, it looks as if these statements have had the desired effect, as Rishi Sunak, the British Prime Minister, has just announced an extra £5 billion for the UK Armed Forces. There can no longer be any doubt. The United Kingdom is preparing completely openly for a direct war against the Russian Federation. The German Federal Ministry of Defence has made this announcement. Defence Minister Pistorius announced the delivery of 18 German Leopard 2 to Ukraine by the end of this month and the training of about 9,000 Ukrainian soldiers by the end of the year. A generous donation to Ukraine's defence there, guys. Now listen further to know where this leaves the defence of Germany should the time come. Boris Pistorius, German Defence Minister, during a meeting with fellow members of the Social Democrat Party, is reported to have stated, "We have no armed forces that are capable of defending, that is, capable of defending against an offensive, brutally waged aggressive war." Lieutenant General Alphonse Mays, the commander and highest-ranking officer of the German army, has made this frank statement. "The army that I have the duty to lead is more or less bare." Colonel André Wüstner, chairman of the German Armed Forces Association, has sensationally revealed in print that only 30% of approximately 300 Leopard 2 tanks in the German army are currently operational. He added that Germany had sent about 60 aircraft, 20 ships, and 7,000 vehicles to Ukraine. According to Wüstner, the €100 billion that the government had allocated in 2022 for the modernisation of the army is simply not enough. He stated, "I doubt that we will be able to fulfil our obligations to NATO starting in 2025. These are all very deliberate comments we are seeing released and reported on in the German press, guys. While both alarming and somewhat pathetic, they are clearly made now to pressure the German government into urgently raising defence spending. Unfortunately for Germany, there will be no quick fix to restore operational capability to its armed forces after years of neglect and the more recent donations to Ukraine. There we are then, guys. US-Russian clashes over the Black Sea, and Britain and Germany directly and indirectly pushing for rapid militarisation here in Europe, while actively talking up the idea that we are at the cusp of, or indeed already in, World War III. A question for you all now to end. Supposing we still have several months left to prep before Europe's conflict reaches uncontrolled escalation, what further preps are you now prioritising? As always, looking forward to reading your answers. If you are watching this on YouTube, please support the channel by taking membership. It really makes a difference. But whatever platform you are on, if you are able, share this video. Keep prepping, guys. Cheers for now.